Good afternoon and welcome to this new video. In this video, I'm going to discuss vicious circle of poverty on both the demand and supply sides. I will discuss this in greater detail. The main cause which impedes the process of growth of underdeveloped countries is poverty. And because of poverty, an economy cannot attain economic development. In other words, poverty leads to underdevelopment of the underdeveloped economies. It is because of underdevelopment or economic slump that the country fall below the poverty line. That is, majority of the people live below the poverty line. There is a cause and effect relationship between poverty and underdevelopment, and that cause and effect relationship can be explained with the help of a vicious circle of poverty, both on the demand and supply side. So there is a circular relationship that is known as vicious circle of poverty, and that tend to perpetuate the low level of development in the developing economies. So this is basically due to the work of Regner Marx, who propounded the balanced growth theory of development economics. And according to Regner Marx, it implies a circular constellation of forces tending to act and react upon one another in such a way as to keep a poor country in a state of poverty. For example, a poor man may not have enough to eat, being underfed, his health may be weak, being physically weak, his working capacity is low, which means that he is poor, which in turn means that he will not have enough to eat, and so on. A situation of this sort relating to a country as a whole can be summed up in the triad proposition: a country is poor because it is poor. So, the main cause of underdevelopment of a country is poverty itself. And similarly, the main cause of the poverty is underdevelopment of the underdeveloped economy. The basic vicious circle roots from the fact that in less developed countries, total productivity is low due to deficiency of capital market imperfections, economic backwardness, and underdevelopment. However, the vicious circles operate both on the demand side and the supply side, and this can be explained with the help of the following figures. These two figures shows the vicious circle of poverty on demand side and on the supply side. The figure on the left hand side is indicating vicious circle of poverty on the demand side, whereas the figure on the right hand side shows explanation of the vicious circle of poverty on supply side. We will explain both of these vicious circles in a bit more detail. Let us start with the demand side of vicious circle of poverty. And if you look at this figure, it starts with low income. And it says that in the underdeveloped countries, basically the real per capita income is low, and due to low per capita income, the demand for goods and services is low. So there is a limited size of the market, and that basically leads to low motivation to investment. So when there is low investment, that will lead to low capital formation or deficiency of capital. So when there is deficiency of capital, that would lead to low productivity, and low productivity would lead to low per capita real income. So this is the explanation of the demand side of the vicious circle of poverty. We can also show this in another diagram, and again it starts with the low income, and due to low income there is low demand, and that leads to low investment, and low investment in turn leads to low capital formation, and when there is capital deficiency there will be low productivity, and that in turn would result in low income. So this vicious circle is complete on the demand side. Similarly, we can also explain the supply side of vicious circle of poverty. So here is the figure that shows the vicious circle of poverty on the supply side, and it also starts with the low per capita income in the underdeveloped countries. So when there is low level of income, there will be a low level of saving. When the level of saving is low, that there will be a low investment, and when there is low investment, there will be low capital formation, and when capital formation is low, there will be low productivity, and that in turn will result in low income, and the vicious circle of poverty is complete on the supply side. So vicious circle of poverty affect the supply side of capital formation, as we just explained in this figure. Uh, Usually in the less developed countries, poverty exists because per capita income of people is low, as I just explained, and due to low per capita income, the level of saving is low, and since investment depends upon saving, so investment would be low, due to which capital formation would be low, and low capital formation would lead to low productivity, which would result in poverty. This is how vicious circle of poverty from supply side completes. So again, this shows that low income leads to low savings, and that leads to low investment, and low investment leads to low capital formation, and low capital formation would lead to low productivity and low income. However, we must we must keep that in mind, that it is clear from the explanation of both the demand side and supply side vicious circles of poverty, that the low level of real income, reflecting low investment and capital deficiency, is a common feature of both the vicious circles of poverty. That is, it is the main cause of poverty in both the demand side and supply side of vicious circle of poverty. There is another vicious circle of poverty in underdeveloped countries that surrounds underdeveloped human and natural resources. Development of natural resources depends upon the utilization of resources, and that in turn depends upon the productive capacity of the people in the country. If people are backward or illiterate, and if they lack technical skill, knowledge, and entrepreneurial activity, the natural resources are bound to remain unutilized, underutilized, or even misutilized. On the other hand, people are economically backward in a country due to underdeveloped natural resources. Underdeveloped natural resources are therefore both a consequence and cause of the backward people, and this is explained in the following figure. So this is the another vicious circle of poverty which exists in less developed countries. Uh, Let us conclude. It is clear from the above discussion that poverty and underdevelopment of the economy are coincident or synonymic, and they act and react upon each other. That is, poverty leads to underdevelopment, and underdevelopment causes poverty. So we can say that a country is poor because it is underdeveloped, or it is poor because it is poor. A country is underdeveloped because it is poor, and remains underdeveloped as it has not the necessary resources for promoting development. Uh, in fact, poverty is self-perpetuating, and that is the reason that the vicious circle of poverty in the majority of less developed countries cannot be broken. I hope this was quite informative and useful for you. Kindly subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you can get notifications about my new videos that will be uploaded for you. Thanks for watching this channel, and kindly share its various videos in various WhatsApp groups with your colleagues, with your students, with your friends, so that they can also get advantage of